It's just a letter to myself. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. If they love you, they gon' hold it down. And don't worry about who not around. Fuck, for real. Don't keep them if they wanna leave. Cause why beef if you can keep your peace, right? What's meant for you is gonna come to you. Make sure your next move is better than your last two. Broken promises, could say their names, but let's just keep that anonymous. Never stoop down to their level, that shit get childish. And you grown, right? Right? Look, you spent nights alone, so you don't owe a soul. Brought these kids in this world, so you owe them kids, though. How many of these dudes really your friends, bro? When you honest with yourself, life gets simple. Let's talk about your blessings, though. You got your mother and your father in your corner, nigga. And your brother solid, nothing like these corny niggas. You left New York and you didn't fail. You got your crib, you got your car, nigga, you not in jail. You smoke your weed, you drink your liquor, but you not on pills. Don't forget who you are, cause you the dopest nigga. You got swag without trying, don't gotta force a nigga. Yeah, nice with the camera and you nice to spin. No school for either one, boy, you hella gifted. Dedicated time to people who ain't deserve it. People love to judge, but ain't nobody perfect. You put that time in for your dreams, so let's make it work. And you further than what you started, so you know it's working. It's just a letter to myself, cause sometimes you gotta remind yourself, nigga. It's just a letter to myself. Yeah. It's just a letter to myself, cause sometimes you gotta remind yourself. Sincerely, P, aka Prince.
Sometimes life falls apart, and it's not a one-shot deal. We can find ourselves often in difficult situations in order to identify exactly the moment that our life falls apart. If you ask most people who have had experiences of losing everything that they love or believe in, whatever that is, they'll probably say it was not one telephone call or a letter or a revelation or any type of realization that caused the collapse of their life as they knew it. And understanding that your life fell apart one piece at a time, piece by piece, one experience, one situation, one circumstance at a time. You could find yourself standing in the middle of a heap of broken promises, relationships that were shattered, and dreams. And it's not a place that you would ever imagine yourself to be in again. You see, the breaking down into pieces of life is a painful thing to watch and even more painful to endure. Even more devastating is that as your life begins to unravel day by day, piece by piece, and there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. You see what's happening. You know what's happening, and you want anything other than what is happening to happen. You see lives fall apart when they need to be rebuilt. Lives fall apart when the foundation on which it was built needs to be relayed. Lives fall apart not because God is punishing us for what we have or have not done. Lives fall apart because they need to. A broken life is a test of faith of the highest order. You got to give yourself permission to feel the pain, the fear, the devastation of all that confronts you in hopes that something miraculous could occur. The moment of helplessness can lead you into a moment of surrender. You see, when you have something to do, life will not allow you to move forward until you do it. And when you experience some of the things that you have experienced, something happens to you. First, you get humbled. Then you get clear. And when you get clear about who you are, what you do, and what you're being called to do, you become powerful. And as you sort through the pieces of your life, of your story, you go through that garbage of what is left. Your character becomes stronger. And then you're pushed into a higher level of responsibility for yourself and deeper appreciation for all of the pieces of your life, and into a deeper level of accountability to the divine. Fear can make you resistant, rebellious, defiant, and disobedient. We all have our own personal realities. Your experience leads to your reality, and other people's experience is going to lead them to theirs. The spiritual curriculum of each of our lives has one aim, and that is to get us back to the divine. If we judge our spiritual curriculum as good or bad, right or wrong, fair or unfair, we're going to miss the point of the lesson. And then we're going to end up repeating that class over and over and over again until we understand that what we are going through in life is the roadmap back to the divine. The spiritual curriculum of each life is a roadmap back to the divine. None of us is immune to the challenges of life, no matter how famous you are, how much money you got, how big you become in the eyes of the world. None of us is immune to the challenges, difficulties, and pain of life and being human. Your story at some point will become beacons of peace on earth. And towards that end, you will be in peace and not pieces. We have crossed paths with so many people who feel as though their lives are falling apart. And we feel as though nothing is going right. Everything is getting more difficult, and that we cannot clearly see our way to a more beneficial solution. You can find feelings that generally happen when you're missing a valuable lesson that you need to learn in life, and when you are simply just investing too much of your energy into going in the wrong directions. We all will face difficulties and obstacles in our lives. Each one of us will come face to face with struggles that we feel is breaking us down and tearing us down. And in these times, it's never easy, especially when you're in the thick of the storm. But it's important to remember that nothing lasts forever. I want you to be encouraged on tonight. Be encouraged that you are still writing the chapter in your own story. When we stop resisting and stop fighting change, the divine will send a solution that will naturally come to us. It's important that in these times, as we approach this season, some of us just ain't feeling it. And I get it. But we have to sit back and fully take into account our thoughts, our beliefs, actions, reactions, and choices that lead us up to this exact moment. And if you find yourself blaming somebody else, then you missed the whole lesson. This moment, this lesson is about accepting full responsibility for your life. Realizing that your powers and your abilities, even your mistakes, and learning how to correct them. We need about 4, 5, 10 days to sit down and grieve whatever we may feel we have lost that brought us to this space of being in pieces. And it's important to practice gratitude. At times, we will not have one single family member or friend in our corner to help us pick up the pieces. And that's got to be okay. Because everyone comes to a place in their life when they have to dig down deep and pull themselves out of their own sleep. Just being a walking dead. Literally. And there's times that this right here can help us build our character and to help us remember who we are, but only if we remain in a state of gratitude. Appreciate the lessons that you're receiving right now, rather later in life. Look to the brighter things and the visions that you had. Sit down and revisit your life goals and your plans, and have you shifted off course? This is just for a moment, baby. This right here, this feeling right now that some of us are going through is just for a moment. It's a distraction. It's a distraction that maybe you even thought that would benefit you. But then sometimes you want it so bad you don't even realize that something can cause you great harm. Beloved, in this season, I want you to try and seek clear and divine understanding rather than allowing yourself to ease into the dark and depressing state. If your family and your friends cannot assist you. Perhaps because maybe they in the thick of their own shit. Maybe they're in the middle of their own life lessons, or simply because they do not have the life skills to understand where you are. You're going to have to look outside the normal channels to find some support. Look for a supportive group of people, maybe even a therapist or a counselor, a pastor or a spiritualist, whatever you feel that you need that can assist you through this time in your life. And by God, please, don't judge yourself. Don't beat yourself down. Don't force yourself into depression. And above all things, do not give up on yourself. You're going to come through this. You're going to come through this time with more wisdom, with more maturity, being a fully developed being. Create your visions and keep the face of faith. I'm here to remind you that the importance of self-love is more important today than ever. The ideal of loving yourself, it sounds so cliche, I know. We hear it so much. That shit just gets thrown around a lot. Self-love, self-love, self-love. The question is do we really actually know how to love ourselves? Or what that process even looks like? In order for us to feel centered, loving and grounded, and building that foundation, we need to be filled. And when our tanks are full, we have the energy and patience to give love to even the people around us. But when we're running on empty, then that's how we feel, empty. And when your tank is empty, you can feel overwhelmed, frustrated, angry, sad. And that's how we treat ourselves. Beloveds, I want you to accept yourself. Even in this time, right now, the good, the bad, and the ugly, flaws and all. Sometimes we perceive as flaws are not flaws at all. They're just our twisted judgment based upon the comparison of other people. They ain't going through it, so why should I? You know we are our own worst enemy, right? Putting ourselves up to unrealistic images that we see. It's simple. You have to be able to love yourself with all of your imperfections and forgive yourself. We are our own worst critics. We make mistakes, and it's okay. How are we going to learn to handle the next situation in our lives if we don't make mistakes? As they say, the past is history and the future is a mystery, and the present is a gift. I need you to live in the moment and let go of any mistakes and just move forward. Forgive yourself. Say, I forgive myself for whatever it is. Whatever it is that makes you feel unworthy of love and success. Mostly love. The mistakes that you have made in your family or any other type of relationship or finances, health, or even in your career. You got to release that self-blame, and that'll give you freedom to heal and to move forward and try again. Let it go. Don't harbor negative feelings about yourself because it just takes up space that is needed for that clarity, for that healing and loving on yourself. It's one thing for other people to disrespect you, but you have full control over whether you disrespect yourself. Love yourself. When you let go of all the negative thoughts that you have about yourself, you'll become less likely to accept any harmful treatment from other people. Right now, today, starting tonight, be the best that you can be. Just be you. Don't try to be what you think that you are, or even who others think that you are. Embrace every part of you. This is your life. And you're the one who has to live with your choices. Make the right choice and choose yourself today. Don't conform to any image that your family, your friends, or significant other want to see. Because at the end of the day, you're going to regret that. Give yourself permission, starting tonight, to take care of you. Many of us experience feelings of guilt for taking on, just wanting to just be in hermit mode, to be in the cave so you can just collect yourself and catch your life. They don't realize that this is the place where you can get your mind right, where you can breathe. Give yourself a reward today. Choose life. And don't feel bad about putting your self-care first. I know it sounds like that wah, 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 wah shit. But you're going to have to carve out at least 15 minutes. Just start with 15 minutes to clear yourself, where you do something for yourself, by yourself. Beloved, I want you to know that self-love is something that you can nurture every day, starting today, starting tonight. This is just for a moment, and you are so allowed to have this moment. You are so allowed. I get it. I really do. Sometimes your heart just breaks that you feel that you are in pieces, that you just can't find peace. But be still and allow the divine to be the divine. It's just a moment. It feels like a lifetime, but it's just a moment. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. I'm going to give you today. Hell, I'll give you a couple of days. But I need you to catch your life. And this is not a one-shot deal. This is a deal that you're making with yourself for the rest of your life. Speed bumps included. All right, I'm done. I just felt that some of y'all needed to hear some of that tonight. Be well, stay safe, Ashe, and deep bow to each and every one of you, and I shall see you all at 9:30 in the morning, every morning, with the morning message. All right, be well. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Or just simply take this moment to reflect on wonderful memories and allow that to warm your heart. Don't sit in that dark, okay? All right. I'll talk to y'all soon.
2002 Toyota. Pray to a God I forgot about. King James Bible on my mama couch. It took a little faith. I got some demons to deal with. I see red, I see red, I see red. Blood on my hands, but I'm healing. And I got my soul back. 2002 Toyota. Pray to a God I forgot about. King James Bible on my mama couch. It took a little faith. I got some demons to deal with. I see red, I see red, I see red. Blood on my hands, but I'm healing. And I got my soul back. 2002 Toyota. Pray to a God I forgot about. King James Bible.